What is up, everybody, and welcome to today's YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be working on the interior of my 2000 Mazda Miata. It's an NB, 5-speed manual, 1.8 liter. It's been a super fun car, but it needs some serious help, as you're going to see kind of as we go through here. Right now, I'm going to be cleaning the
whatever the heck those are called, the things on the doors, what frick can I think of those? The door cards, question mark? I don't know.
Anyway, they were super gross. There's a lot of stuff that was like stuck inside of like all the little pores in this kind of faux leather. And so I'm just doing this to kind of show you kind of the difference as to what the before and after was like. And it was pretty stark. You can see on the left it's more of the satin kind of smooth finish, while on the right it's a little more glossy, a little more ugly brown, and there's stains and stuff like that. So yeah, we get almost all of that out. There are a bunch of weird little spots kind of over by the door handles, and so those just kind of came out as well. I'm using the P&S Express interior cleaner, and I have honestly loved it for like little stuff like this. It has done the charm. So I've had this Miata for it's been about a month and a little bit now. It hasn't been very long. And I kind of got it as a way to, I needed a daily driver, and I wanted something that would be kind of sporty, kind of fun, but as well, this car in particular would need a little help, especially on the paint work, which I'll be doing another video on. By the way, I did want to see if this is a good style, if y'all liked this kind of style of video, doing a little voiceover, so I can kind of explain myself and what I'm doing and things like that. If so, feel free to let me know. Rocking the Premier Auto Spa shirt. I made those the other day, actually. I ordered some of those in. So I don't know what this stuff was. It's some kind of just gunk, and I almost felt like clay that had just sat there for forever. It's super gross though. Like, it took forever to come off. And I think I show like me wiping it off, but I don't think I even got it fully off. Yeah, I might have on this one, but it was really bad, as you'll see. Trying to be as careful as I can on some of these rubber surfaces, just because I don't want to dry them out. I don't want to, I want to still have a sealed car at the end of the day. So I try to be really, really careful. But it was a pain in the butt to get this stuff off. Door jams, just kind of as usual, just getting them cleaned off. I tried to polish them a little bit, and they came out a little bit better. I think the car had been resprayed, and so there's overspray, and I don't know. There's some serious paint work that needs to be done. It's just I'm using the Sonax Cut Max, which is a really good heavy cutting kind of polish, and I just did it by hand. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I just wanted to really see if it would make a difference. More of an experiment kind of with this to try to polish up that door jamb. Obviously, the paint's not perfect on it anyway, so I wasn't too worried about making it worse, or if it were to damage something somehow. I'm not too worried about that. So I'm using a leather conditioner here. I love to use this on leather surfaces, on some of the faux leather and stuff like that. Like, it gives it kind of a cool kind of satin shine back. And I spray that on there, and I just kind of let it sit for a little bit and these were really dry, so I really heavy kind of layered it on there and let it soak, so that it could really soak up as much of the conditioner as it could, and I was really happy with how it turned out. It really brings back kind of that satin, kind of almost factory, like from the showroom finish. Door seals kind of same idea. There's some heavier stains that were kind of in those. I used a little bit of citrus cleaner to try and get them out. I think we got them better, for sure better. Probably got about 80-70% of that stain out there. Seats, same idea. I used the interior, the PNS interior express cleaner. I love using that stuff. I use it on pretty much everything, on plastics, on leather. It is a great cleaner, and it really kind of sets up well for the conditioner that I have. I think that's a 3D leather conditioner. Might be wrong on that one. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's the 3D leather conditioner. But it's been really good. I've loved it. Seats weren't too bad. To me, they seem like they're really discolored. I don't know if it's a different seat, but it seems to be a much more dark brown on the seats. Okay, this spot here was literally one of the biggest pants ever. I don't know what. It almost seemed like mold or something, like gum. It was just caked on there for who knows how long. I ended up getting a heavier brush, and it took me so long. I mean, as you can see, I'm going like this is like 6 times speed, and I'm just cooking away, just trying to get that weird green, yellow green stuff off, and it was just so gross. I might just get a replacement one of those at some point. So we ran out of light to film in the garage, and I was like, I might as well just pull it outside. So we got outside, and this thing was so gross. The emergency brake, I think that it had never been cleaned before ever. And you could see in the very beginning of the video that it was super, super bad. For really bad stuff, it looks like it almost has like either makeup or something that's like caked in the pores of the leather. And so I love this little brush that I have. It really gets in pores really well. Same thing, you see on the bottom of the shift knob, there's just like that weird kind of gray cake down stuff. That to me, I believe that's makeup. It's just so caked on there, makeup or grime that is just from years of never really being cleaned like that. And it just, sometimes it needs it. I ended up taking off the shift knob and really giving it a good cleaning, so you'll see it off in just a minute, and that's why. Yeah, and all the grooves, there's just grime from just being used. I mean, just this was a driven car. It has 140 something thousand miles, and for being 2021, that's this is considered a low mileage Miata. These are getting harder and harder to find with less than 190,000 miles on them, and so I feel like I got it for a really good deal. I felt like, at least. So being with how the market is now, especially, I feel like I got it for a good deal. But definitely needed some cleaning, as you can see. So this little area around the shift knob, you'll see I'm using kind of a heavy scrub brush. You'll see why in just a minute. It was the grossest thing that I've ever worked with. Apparently, I learned that it was a gloss finish underneath of there. Oh, there's me repping the Premier Auto Spa shirt again. So you can see kind of where I'm scrubbing. I'm actually using a polish here, just because there's so much stuff layered on there. I love this compound, by the way. It's the Meguiar's 110, and it's done really good for me to get really heavy stuff off. Only use it on cars if it really, really needs some help, or if it's a really hard paint. But for what I was doing here, it worked out pretty well. I mean, it still took a ton of time, but you'll see in just a moment kind of what I was working with. So yeah, I don't know if you can see very well, but you see how it's like there's like a weird speckled grime that's just stuck on there. I had to polish, and this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, it is a gloss finish on there, and the whole other side, I mean, all of it was just caked in this weird kind of gunk like that. And it ended up all coming off and getting back to that gloss finish. So I was like, I mean, I wasn't going to complain, but it was gross. Yeah, I had to polish this for so long to try and get all this stuff off. I tried a bunch of different cleaners too, and just nothing would touch it. And so it just turned into a task of manual labor. Steering wheel is gross. This is a cool. I'm a big fan of these steering wheels. Mine's starting to kind of fall apart, some of the stitching, and so I'm debating on, do I get a new steering wheel and go that route eventually, or do I just try and repair the one that I have? I don't know. That's kind of the debate I'm having in my mind. If you have any input, feel free to let me know and see. Yeah, it's a toss up for me. I don't know. So let me know. Let me know what you think. Throw something down in the old comments and yell at me to get a new steering wheel or to keep this one. But yeah, same thing with the steering wheel as with the rest of the car. It was just gross. And so much better now. At this point, we're kind of wrapping up to the end. I know off camera I did some carpet stuff, and this stain was terrible. Gratefully, it came out pretty easily, but I mean, other than that, that was pretty much it as far as kind of I tried to show you some of the bigger stuff, but here's the result.